Yo, welcome everyone. Bitcoin is dumping and it has lost the most important volume area of support. That is why, if we do not reclaim it in the next couple of hours, I am expecting even lower price targets. Let me show you. Now, already yesterday, we were paying attention to some very important volume areas of support, and we actually said, if the value area high is going to be lost, this is going to be a significant bearish Bitcoin indication, and we can be expecting even lower price targets. Because yesterday, all we got right here was a swing failure pattern or a liquidity grab below the recent low, and Bitcoin got quite a significant pump of approximately 2.3%. And maybe right now you're wondering, why did we get a push towards downside exactly at this specific area? Remember, the most important Fibonacci ratio is going to always be the golden pocket. First, we were measuring from this high back towards this specific low, and you can see that our first rejection was exactly at the golden pocket. But after the rejection towards downside, we formed another lower low. So if we have another lower low, that also then means we have another golden Fibonacci ratio, because we are once again measuring from this specific high back towards a brand new low, and you can see golden Fibonacci ratio being respected exactly, and only after we hit the golden pocket, we are seeing a collapse towards downside, and the value area high, the most important volume level, is right now acting as the area of resistance, which clearly it is not going to be a bullish Bitcoin indication. But later in the video, I am still going to show you where personally I am prepared to take another long position of Bitcoin, and also why some kind of a bounce is most probably going to happen in the next couple of days because of a very nice bullish indication happening on different indicators. I am not saying we need to see a bounce right here, because ideally I want to see a lower level to be hit, but nevertheless, once you're paying attention to our golden Fibonacci ratios, it really does look like they are working almost like magic. Once we also go, for example, on the 4-hourly time frame from our swing high back towards our swing low, the golden pocket on Bitcoin is also right here being perfectly respected. But this specific golden pocket was not only level that was respected here, because once you're measuring the entire bottom price action with the volume, it was also the value area high and the golden pocket. And the exact same thing also happened, of course, on Ethereum. We hit the golden Fibonacci ratio to the exact dollar accuracy, and since then we are right now seeing a push towards downside of approximately 12%. But unfortunately, once we are looking at a bigger picture, we are still not really looking super bullish. Volume on the daily time frame is clearly dropping towards downside, and usually once we are talking about that a significant high or a significant low is actually in, you want to see a significant spike in volume. We got a spike in volume right here. It was the bottom for Bitcoin. We pumped literally straight towards a brand new all-time high. Also a significant volume spike right here. We topped out at the all-time high, and since then we have gotten an insane push down. And another example right there, significant volume spike, and Bitcoin also got an insane push towards the upside towards another all-time high. As of right now, a bigger picture on the daily time frame is very clear. Volume is dropping, Bitcoin is moving slightly towards the upside, which overall speaking, it is not the biggest bullish indication. But the thing is, if we are going to hit a major area of support in the next couple of hours, personally, I am still prepared to take another long or a buying position. And before we do talk about that, of course, I would really appreciate for you to smash up the like button, because 800 likes are definitely possible. And also, thank you for subscribing to the channel. And let me right now do share with you what is going to be the most important support area you should right now pay attention to. Now, let me go on my Twitter profile, because only a couple of days ago, actually I do think on Sunday, I shared with you that Bitcoin is going to confirm a brand new CME gap. 23rd of March, I posted, in the next few hours, Bitcoin will form a new CME gap. This means there is a 90% chance Bitcoin will fall back to 84,000 US dollars. Weekend courage often becomes Monday's regret. And yes, Bitcoin still does have an opened CME gap at approximately 84,000 US dollars area. And let me right now share with you why this specific support level is actually not a random level. We know the CME gap is exactly right here, but also let's try and identify even more levels aligning with this specific area. First level I would like to go with is going to be the point of control or the biggest volume cluster of the entire bottom price action right here. And you can see that at the moment, the biggest volume cluster is actually landing exactly at 84,000 US dollar area. And that level right here is also not alone. We can go with our Fibonacci retracement. What is the most important Fibonacci ratio you should always pay attention to? It is going to be the golden pocket. We go from the low back towards the high, the golden pocket aligning perfectly with the point of control. And additionally, we can be applying on our chart high-term time frame levels. And you can right now also see our daily high-term time frame area of support on Bitcoin landing exactly at the golden pocket, landing exactly at the point of control, landing exactly at our major CME gap at 84,000 US dollar area. And also not to mention, once we are paying attention only to the local market structure, let's just say on the 2-hour time frame, what we can actually right now say, Bitcoin got a push towards the upside, we then also got a push down for a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and because if we are right now going to continue lower towards the area of support, it can still be some kind of a higher low for Bitcoin, and technically speaking, yes, we should be expecting a higher high. But as we said before, I am not going to be targeting another higher high directly, simply because, as we said before, a major and very important volume area of support as of right now has been lost. Bitcoin has been trading below the value area high, which unfortunately it is going to be a bearish Bitcoin indication. That is why, yes, a bounce at this specific area, in my opinion, it is quite likely. However, we should then simply pay attention for another area of resistance, and as we said before, after the area of support is broken, it is going to be the area of resistance, so we can definitely then pay attention towards the area of approximately 86,300 US dollars towards this specific value area high. And because I am personally right now paying attention to this specific level, potentially entering another position right here, you can also go literally with a free 500 US dollar position airdrop with the first link down below. Click the link right here after you're going to register, and after initial deposit on the platform, you're going to get 500 USDT position airdrop. And not to mention, you can get another insane free bonus only by signing up. That being said, after you're going to complete KYC, you get 20 USDT and simply deposit on the platform for you to get another 10 USDT and open another 10 US dollar trade for you to get another 20 USDT. So claim the free 500 US dollar position with the first link down below after you register and after initial deposit, and then simply fire another long or a buying position on Bitcoin if it's going to be offered to us in the next couple of hours, in the next couple of days. Now, let me also talk about the area where Bitcoin is trading as of right now. We know that at the moment, ideally, we are looking for lower, but the reality is, I do not know what's going to happen with Bitcoin next. All I can do is to be prepared if our level right here is going to be hit. If we are right now maybe even going to pump from the area where Bitcoin is trading as of right now, yes, we can be looking for higher targets, but only if, as we said before, our value area high at approximately, let's just say, 86,300 US dollars is going to be reclaimed. Why ideally I am still looking for a bounce? Maybe at this specific level towards the upside, towards the value area high, or ideally we hit the golden pocket and then a bounce towards the upside. The main reason for it is because we are forming significant hidden bullish divergences across all important indicators. So if we go right now on the 4-hour time frame, applying the MACD indicator and also the RSI indicator on our chart, you're maybe even going to be surprised, but it really does look like what we were saying before. Bitcoin is still, as of right now, seeing another higher low being printed. That being said, we have a high, higher low, higher high, and this right here can still be another higher low, maybe at the area where we are, or ideally at the golden Fibonacci ratio, before some kind of a bounce towards the upside can actually be expected. Why so? Because another lower low is being formed on the MACD indicator, and also another lower low is being printed on the RSI indicator. So both of those indicators are having a setup for a hidden bullish divergence, and because of that, I would still say we are not looking for any short or sell positions. We are not selling Bitcoin right here because we are forming hidden bullish divergences, even though we are trading below the very important value area high. So our plan on Bitcoin is staying very, very simple. We know that as of right now, yes, hidden bullish divergences are being present. Ideally, I want to see lower for the semi gap right here to be filled before firing another long query buying position. However, if we do see a bounce at this specific area, I am not going to be involved in a brand new long query buying position, simply because I do want to see slightly lower before risking my capital and potentially expecting a bigger bounce towards the upside. Now, if Bitcoin does not hit our golden Fibonacci ratio and is already going to see a bounce where we are trading as of right now, because also the level we are hitting right now is also not a random level. We can go from our low back towards the swing high, and it's actually going to be some kind of a golden Fibonacci ratio. Now, I don't think it's the best level. However, it is some kind of the area of support which could potentially hold because of the hidden bullish divergences. But for me to right now get slightly more bullish, or for me to get involved into another trade, it is going to be lower at the golden Fibonacci ratio or higher above the value area high. Literally the plan I shared with you on Twitter only a couple of minutes ago, because I said right here, we either reclaim it or drop even lower. That being said, we reclaim the value area high at 86,200 US dollar area, or if we drop lower towards the point of control. I am not interested trading Bitcoin somewhere in between where we are trading as of right now on the Bitcoin chart itself. So our plan is staying very simple. We know that we can bounce right here. However, for us to see a sign of strength, we need to reclaim the major value area high at 86,200 US dollar area. Now, if we are able to reclaim this specific level, yes, ideally then we are looking for Bitcoin to also create another higher high at approximately 89,000 US dollar area, simply because exactly at this specific level, we also have major liquidation levels. If we are right now zooming out, let's just say on the 2-week time frame, you are right now going to notice on this specific chart after it's going to load that a major liquidation cluster is as of right now not below us but actually above us, exactly at 89,000 US dollar area. So yes, ideally I want to see higher, but also ideally you want to see first of all a sign of strength, which is going to mean reclaiming the value area high, or simply drop towards a better area of support at approximately 84,000 US dollars. I am not interested trading right here in between. Let's see what Bitcoin is going to do. It's not up to me. And also, I do not know what's going to happen. All I know are the levels we are prepared to trade. That being said, another long position of Bitcoin can be offered to us if potentially we are right now going to go lower towards the golden Fibonacci ratio after ideally we fill the semi gap at approximately 84,000 US dollars, and also ideally we continue forming our hidden bullish divergences on the 4-hourly time frame on the RSI and also on the MACD indicator. And if you also want to trade with us, take advantage of the free 500 US dollar position with the first link down below after you register and after initial deposit, for you to also get some insane free bonuses. And also thank you for smashing up the like button.